Whew. Just like that, we live once again.
LIVE,
Um,
baby.
yes,
LIVE. And the rest of our guy, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Remember we were trying to get
yes.
that started on
I forgot
GSAT,
about that.
the season two, the lost seasons.
Yeah,
Also, shout out to the first person that's here. Thank you for being
yes. Thank you
here.
for the one person that's here.
Hmm.
And shout out to the playback, the people that are gonna watch this
Yes, big shout out to the
after.
people that are going to watch this on the playback.
But yes,
This is Key and Carrie, where we key.
we carry.
I'm Troy.
I'm Damon.
Back consistent 2023 people consistent back with another live review for you guys. Bad Boys,
Mhm.
Gemini Films, Bad Boys Club, Texas. I'm just not realizing that it's Bad Boys Club Texas and not just Bad Boys Club. So shout out
Yeah,
to that. Bad Boys Club Texas season
Bad
8
Boys Club
episode
Texas or Bad Boys Club Boston.
Texas.
Okay,
Texas. No
Texas is
shade.
definitely giving that they knew they were gonna be on this platform. I feel like no shade to the Boston boys, but some of them I feel like they showed up like I don't know.
Now you talk
Like they
about last
didn't
season Boston Boys or you talk about them all-star Boston Boys?
last season and the all-star
Hey,
Boston boys.
I said that. Our stars, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah,
Anyway,
let's not even derail. But
yeah, we about to rabbit
yes,
hole.
thank
And
you
this
for
is about
being
to,
here. Um this is
yeah,
our
Bad
Bad
Boys Club,
Boys
Texas.
Club, Gemini Films Bad
Gemini
Boys
Films, Bad
Club,
Boys Club,
um
Texas.
season 8, episode
Mhm.
2 review.
Mhm.
The episode is called Get Your Lick Back.
Get your look back. And the words from
Yes.
Azar.
Right. I told you I was gonna get my lick back ass and thighs is where I'm thick at. Um anyway, you know I'm good for a Nicki reference. Anyway.
Oh, that's not Low London. My bad.
What? Low London.
Well, you know, she got popped by Krishan and then she made a diss track that said, I got my lick back. So
Oh, okay. I
that's
didn't
why
even hear
I thought
that.
she was quoting her. My bad.
Ooh, that see how God just protects you from things. You don't even see it coming. But yeah, definitely let us know what y'all think in the comments below or in the chat if you're watching this live. Um, but yeah, I guess before maybe a couple more people come in. What did you think of this episode? Just general thoughts.
I said
Your
this was a
thoughts. Let me know your
general
thoughts.
thoughts. Yeah, general thoughts. I said this was an okay episode. Not too much
Okay.
going on. I did
Mhm.
say that this was Bonnie's episode. He made the episode interesting.
He did.
It's Texas. I was expecting like people just come in like Diego came in rah rah, but I was just kind of expecting like larger personalities. But hopefully,
Right.
there's like a gradual build towards that. It seemed like you said off camera, it seems like organic, but this was an okay episode. I'm living for Vonnie so far. What about you, on?
Okay. Yeah, it was cool. It's good to see people come together. Like I feel like Gemini Films, especially with Bad Boys Club, it seems more genuine. Whereas like no shade to like the other like Bad Boys Club, you know, spin-offs. Hey Shit Pearl, thank you for being here. Definitely let us know your thoughts on the
Shout out to Chef
episode.
Pearl. Thank you for being here.
Um,
Shout out to the
but yeah,
motherfucking Pearls in the building.
yes, the
What's
pearls
that?
in the building. Um, but yeah, I feel like Gemini Films, like his Bad Boys Club, it seems more genuine. Like I feel like with Zeus, like those people are like kind of known already, and I feel like they come on with like this like, I have something to prove because I already have an audience. Whereas like with these guys, it's like they're unknown, so it's still kind of like their raw personalities. From what I can see, they're like not really trying too hard to like stand out or like do like the most to like be seen or whatever. But I thought the episode was cool. It was kind of chill, I guess you could say. Like they didn't really do much. I mean, like you said, Vaughn came through and kind of like spiced it up, kind of like Diego did. So I wonder, will they link up? Because I feel like they're kind of on the same type of time. Um, I wonder if that's gonna be like it's because I feel like the house is gonna be divided, but I wonder like who's gonna be cool with who.
Interesting question.
So
That's a real good question.
yeah.
I didn't even think about that. the house eventually is gonna divide.
Is gonna divide. I
Mm.
think it's gonna be I don't know why I want to call him Rocky because he reminds me of Rocky from last season, but I think it's gonna be Jacob, Alex, Darian, and D. And I don't know. I don't know what Justice is gonna do, but
Justice
I
might
think
be like the Angie, kind of the one that's
Justice
kind
might go
of
home. No
Justice
shade.
might go home.
Justice
Also,
might go home. No
can I
shade.
say I like Justice, but if I have to watch another fucking playback of him wiping the corners of his goddamn mouth, Gemini Films, you're gonna
You
have a problem.
know,
You're gonna have a
they was
problem.
wrong for that. I'm
I
like,
was
first of all,
like,
y'all spent all this time with the crusticles on this man's mouth, and then gonna emphasize the fact that you told him to wipe his mouth when y'all could have just told him to wipe his mouth and kept it moving.
or
Like,
just gave him some damn Gatorade. Honestly,
mm-mm-mm.
with the palate and keep him moving, homeboy.
Told him to wipe his mouth. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Justice, but I think Diego and Vonnie might link up because they're on the same type of time. It's kind of given if anybody has watched Bad Girls Club season 15, the sister season. That was a season where the girls were a little older, like the main original girls were kind of older, so they were more like into just chilling and like hanging out versus like when like Jamie and Jazz came, the girls from Philly, the girls I fuck with, they were like lit and they were like, loud and like just being crazy and like, it kind of annoyed the other girls. So I feel like that's kind of what this season might give. Like when people come in and they're like, let's get lit, let's turn up, let's do it. Like people are gonna be like, relax. But at the same time, I do feel like there were instances where like Von and Diego like tried the rest of the group and they were like, what the fuck? What the fuck you mean by that? Like,
yeah.
sorry, my
You good. It's drunk bitch. No, I'm just playing. My bad, but the whole you all comment. He said y'all.
He
Shout
said
out to
y'all.
Nakai. But yeah, that whole you gonna respect me. And I was like, all right, shit. All right.
He stood up. I said, we gonna talk about it. He stood up and I was like, this is a moment. Everything about it. Well, we gonna get into
pants it. And them trunks. I was like, ain't nobody got no swimming trunks.
And that print, baby.
And it was, you know what? He was kind of trucking. And I was like, you're into that?
Not you putting your dick on the table, literally and figuratively.
On the table. And that was kind of not salty, but it was kind of side on Diego when Diego was walking through the house butt booty naked.
There we go. He put it on the floor. Shout out to Lotto. No shit. But Cher Pearl said, is it me or do the light-skinned boy talk like Wayne Brady?
Yes. Darian.
I live for Darian. Darian, something about Darian gives me Joanne Prada. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's something about him that gives me, not scammer, but like sketchy, but like I live for it. I don't know. There's something about him. I do like Darian though, but he does give Wayne Brady a little bit.
He does.
What Dave Chappelle say? That damn sketch of Wayne Brady driving him through the
through the hood.
I'm just thinking of the sketch at this point, but yes, it's giving that. BGC RP. Oh, shout out to you. A new I haven't seen your thing before, but yeah, Vonnie gave. Yes, he did. He kind of shook it up. He got the shit lit. I'm not even gonna lie. So I was like, okay. The whole cast gives BGC RP. Does the whole cast give? Because I can think of at least two people that I'm like, actually, I can think of one person in particular that I'm like, it's giving lethargic. It's giving Dayquil and NyQuil, no shade. But
oh, baby, I had a reference, but never mind.
D was doing too much. Yes, I agree, Denise Lux. Definitely doing too much. I want to like D, but I just feel like D is trying to prove himself. And I feel like if I seen you fight Justice, like I don't feel like you need to prove yourself. Like you a laid back dude. They already like you. They think you cute. They think you trade. Just sitting at. Like, I don't know why you gotta be extra, but it's definitely given like I'm trying to prove myself for some reason.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
I feel like they took his comment too personal. He drunk. Yes, and that's another thing. I'm like, I'm not really about to take you that serious unless you say some real disrespectful shit. Like, I'm not about to really take you too seriously if you drunk. Like, you drunk. You saying, especially you just coming in the house. Of course, you trying
Right.
to like antagonize and see who gon' bite. It's like I'm not about to argue with you. Like, you drunk. Everybody can't be a 10. What you mean by 10? Oh, at a 10.
On
Okay,
10.
I see. I don't know why I thought they said a 10. I'm like, ooh.
It
Um,
is.
but Alex is boring as fuck right now. Yeah, Alex, we'll get to it, but yeah, Alex look like he don't want to be there. You know what Alex is giving? If you watched Zeus's the first season of Bad Boys LA, he's giving the white boy.
Dylan.
Not the Dylan. He's definitely giving
I
Dylan.
said the same thing.
He's definitely giving Dylan.
He's giving Dylan. Especially when Jonathan came through the house. He's giving Dylan.
But even with Dylan, I feel like at least Dylan tried. Like, Dylan is like, okay, you ain't with the shit. Like, this ain't your life. But like, at least he tried to like be interesting. I feel like with Alex, it's just like, I don't.
Well, I have this theory about Alex that we'll get to later. So maybe if this theory is correct, he'll become, he might become interesting.
Okay. He remind me of those girls who go on BGC and sleep. He was wrapped up in that blanket.
Who was that girl? Erica BGC 5. She just came to go to sleep and get fucked. That's what Alex is giving right now. She just came to go to sleep. That's what Alex is giving right now.
You know what? I might be on that type of time though. You in Miami. She found a nigga.
Listen, I did want to have companionship, but you in the bed in Miami, baby. Let's be outside. Like, it's Miami. We're outside. Like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Be outside. But yes, thank you to everybody that's here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Definitely as we talk about the things that happen, let us know in the chat how you feel. We'll go back and read it. But yeah, so we open back up on episode 2, Get Your Lick Back, of season 8 of Bad Boys Club, produced by Gemini Films. So we pick back up with Justice and Dee fighting. I said before that, I guess they did the whole like, can you wipe the corners of your mouth thing? And I said, oh my God, they finally told him to wipe the corners of his mouth. And if you follow us on Instagram, you already know my feelings on this shit. Finally, my goodness, like a whole episode with all this shit in your mouth, and you like, I'm sorry, like, I'm just like, thank God.
Unfortunately.
And then they cut to the fight. You know, Dee and Justice got into the fight because Justice wanted to move into Dee's room. And Dee felt like, well, my roommate isn't here yet, so like, you need to wait till my roommate gets here and let him decide, which I thought was kind of extra. Like, you don't even know this boy yet. I feel like you just trying to start an issue. But I said Dee got that. When they fought, Dee got that. No shade. Dee had that. And Dee got that, and then they fought once, and then Justice ran up again for round 2. And I said, you know what? He may have gotten handled twice. But I respect Justice for like, I'm gonna get my lick back. Like, even win, lose, or draw, like, you're not about to punk me. So I respected that for sure.
I also want to note that Dee was like, he was surprised that Justice got his lick back. Like, not you punching this man first and then be surprised that he ran up on you. Like,
he said, I was surprised that he ran up on me. I was like, after you hit him first, like,
like, was you expecting him to just like walk away and like, no. So yeah, I am glad that Justice got his lick back, even though he did get swirled twice. Yeah, he did what needs to be done. So shout out to that.
Right. Yeah, I said he wasn't scared. Like, he ran up. He said it is what it is. It's kind of interesting because the rest of the episode they don't speak. So it's just like, I don't know, is it gonna be resolved? Are they just like, I'm gonna be in the house, but we just not gonna talk? I don't know. But it's gotta be weird to fight with somebody and then like still live in the house with them.
Very,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I can't speak from experience, but
yeah,
yeah, I just can't imagine like the tension.
right. Um, so yeah, I said that they really didn't even need to fight. Like, it wasn't really that serious. I feel like, as we'll see later in the episode, like D gets into it with somebody else and then they talk through it and like squash it. So I'm just wondering, like, why did you squash it with that person, but with this person, it's like you want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just thought that that was interesting. Um, so the boys, they step out. While I said the boys step out, to go out while Justice stays home and nurses his wounds. No shade, but you know, I mean, after fighting like that, I would
Mm-hmm.
want to stay home too. Um, but yeah, at the club they meet Vonnie from Atlanta. I also felt like I wish they had gave us more like info on the boys, like off rip. Like some boys, it's like we don't know where they're from. Some boys we don't know their ages. So I just kind of wish they gave like their name, their age, and then like where they're from, like off rip. Because I feel like that gives us more context to like who they are and like what they're giving, you know. Um but yeah, I think he's 27. Somebody said he was 27 later in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think he's 27. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. 3 boys from Atlanta now. That's interesting. And they all fight. No mace though. Interesting. Anyway,
Listen, they from Atlanta. As long as they ain't drag racing through no damn parking lot, it's all good.
there we go. There we go. Through a parking lot, baby. That was our experience.
I said that back to
but
a
okay.
parking garage, not a
Oh,
parking lot. A parking garage.
I'm sorry. It's the tequila. My bad. But yes. So he said he's ready to be in a house full of bad bitches. And I said, what do you think this is? Betty South? These is men's. Like, he said bad bitches. I was like, this is the bad boys club, but okay.
Oh my god.
Interesting. But yeah, Vaughn said he used to be in with the niggas. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, interesting.
He said he came to the Bad Boys Club looking for the hood niggas. And I was like, sir, first of all, you on the wrong show.
Exactly. I
Don't
said,
nobody need
Bad
that
Boys
toxic
Club?
ass energy in that goddamn house.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that, you know, deep cut. But you know what Vonnie should have did? If he was looking for the hood niggas, he should have went to the crew lounge with the cast of Chasing Dallas. When Keyshawn and Dre was in there cutting up, baby. He should have been in there with the trade. He want the hood niggas. I'm just saying. That's what he should have been.
You want to talk about hood niggas? They said they was in crew. Like,
you with the maggots? I said,
why you with these maggots? I said, whoa. If that's what you want, Vaughn, that's what you want. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Vonnie's a kid.
But yes, he came through. He was received well. I feel like everybody was, you know, like embracing him, you know, talking to him, which I thought was cool. Because we've seen on Bad Girls Club, like somebody will come in like a couple hours later and they already like let haze this person. It's like, bitch, you just came in like like 3 hours ago and now you trying to band against this girl. Like, but yeah, I like how they embraced him. I guess somebody told him that Diego had fucked with his bed. He was like, "Well, you should have shitted on the bed." I said, "Not shitted on the bed." My goodness, that's
a bit extreme, and I'm glad that I missed that. He pulling up Pooh Hicks and Carly Rae, and ain't nobody got time for that.
You know what? I said that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's no fecal matter, no bodily fluids.
Absolutely not.
You know.
Absolutely not.
Darian to tell you with the blood on his face, like we good with the body
right. But I did want to ask, okay, my bad. We're so into the show. We have a few comments that we got.
Oh yes, let's
shout out to Gemini Films for being in the building. If you guys are still here, thank you for making the live.
Yes, thank you for being here, Gemini Films. Appreciate you.
Yes, shout out to everybody that's here.
BGCRP said, "I want to know who go home first." I'm also curious. I think Justice. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Justice. No shade. I think Justice or Alex. But the way we saw Alex glued up in that damn bed, I said maybe not. Mm-hmm. Like we'll get to it, but I said maybe not. But
I did want to ask Yawn in the audience, did y'all feel that Darian was being messy for telling Vonnie that Diego, he didn't, I mean, he didn't drop names, but do you feel like Darian was being messy for telling Vonnie that somebody messed up his bed?
he was. I like Darian, but I feel like Darian is definitely, he has some messiness in him. And I feel like that's the vibe I'm picking up from him. He has a little messiness, but it's like, I mean, you did it, so like, why can't I talk about it? You know, like
He was trying to start an altercation.
but he was
I just would
definitely
have splashed him with my drink. Like, you look hot. Get on my face with this foolishness. And that's how
splashing with that damn them damn muddy waters in that damn hot tub. Like
you
was
ain't
like,
shit. I said that. Want water, baby.
Right.
I use water.
And you know we just came from New Orleans, so that's
why I said that. Why you water, baby? My goodness.
Them gators, they lurking, baby. Like,
oh shit.
But yes, they I did think that he was a little messy for that, but not in like a bad way, just in like a I want to see what happened way. And I mean, Diego did do it, so I mean, it is what it is. And that leads me to Diego apologizing. He kind of got ahead of it and was like, "Yeah, I did my bad," which I thought was nice of him.
Yeah,
I felt like Diego. Yeah, and I feel like that made me think like I don't think Diego is. I think Diego is good natured. He just drinks a lot and gets wild. Like I feel like he seems like a nice person, but I feel like he just gets wild and like wilds out. But I don't think he means any harm, if that makes sense. But yeah,
I agree.
But yeah, so wait, oh, did you see Darian pick up oh boy, I can't remember who it was.
Jacob.
Was it Jacob? Yeah. I was like, okay, Darian, you picking up people, okay. You was giving me a twink tea, but you picking up niggas, okay.
He picked them up and did he give you twunk? What is a twunk?
I could see that.
Okay.
I could see that. Okay.
Also, no shade to Jacob, but his grill is giving like a mix of the teacher from Dario when he had that metal in his mouth. And damn, it was
I'm sorry. I want him to shave so bad. I just want him to shave all of it. Maybe just keep the mustache, but just get rid of all of this.
Keep the mustache and then keep this.
Just just
not the flavor saver, but just a little.
Yeah,
just that. Yeah,
it's giving Rough Rider, no shade.
Hey, Jacob, it's got a kind of lispy. No shade.
Not got him kind of lispy. Is it a grill?
I think it is a grill because I'm pretty sure there was a scene where he had the fronts out.
Okay, my goodness. But yeah, he picked up Jacob. And then they get back to the crib. Von just walked up to Justice like, wake up, I'm here. Yeah, I was like, damn. Right. And yeah, Justice was all groggy, like getting up. It was very awkward. I was like, okay.
No shit, but he just got his face pounded in. Now you waking this man up.
Right. Like, but yeah, so they meet, but I feel like it's crazy. I feel like Diego and Von will get along because I feel like they both are kind of wild, but they're good natured at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like Von means any harm, just like I don't feel like Diego means any harm, but I feel like they're wild and they feel like that causes them to cross boundaries that, like, you know, will piss people off, but they don't mean any harm. But yeah, then I said, oh, Diego did mention his drinking, which I thought, okay, that's cool that he's aware of his drinking, you know, that he drinks a lot and maybe too much. So I thought that was good. And then I said the boys get into the hot tub and argue about who's more hood. But yeah, they all get in the hot tubs. I think everybody was wearing underwear, and I'm like, ew, y'all got into the hot tub with y'all underwear on. Like, I'm sorry, I just feel like
no shade.
I just feel like the fabric from underwear, it's like getting in the hot tub with like jeans on. Like, it's like the fabric is gonna irritate my skin. So I'm just like, I would be uncomfortable. I need some swimming trunks or just to go commando. But Yeah, I was like, ugh. But,
Now, if you were on this cast and y'all, so you would have got to the hot tub with swim trunks, or you would have got in with command. You would have got in
swim trunks.
Okay.
Definitely swim trunks. Or I just would have put my feet in the pool. I wouldn't have
Damn,
my
there you
feet
go.
in the hot
in
tub.
the jacuzzi. I just would have
Yeah.
had my legs. Listen, I'm tapping my
Just your
feet,
legs.
baby.
Just your legs, girl.
I'm tapping my feet, baby.
Okay.
I'm tapping my feet. No shade, but
yeah, I'm not getting in there with my but yeah, I said oh, so they showed a little like cutscene of them I guess stripping down to get into the hot tub. I said Alex is boring as hell, but he got a nice body. I'm not gonna lie. Like the body was bodying. Like he's like kind of thick, but also kind of small. I was like, okay, give him a body. But yeah, that's really all I have on Alex is that he has a nice body. Outside of that, I can't tell you nothing. But
well, I did have one thing on Alex. He did say Vonnie's 27 pushing 30. And I said, girl, 10, 20, 30. Where else is he gonna go after 27? Like,
right.
Come on.
How old is Alex?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. His face says like 24, but the bang says 42. The bang says I have mixed kids. Which is this theory I'm gonna get into later.
The Bieber bang is giving my boyfriend back home is black.
Like, that's like, yes. That's my man back home is black.
Especially since don't he got that blonde streak?
Yes.
Yes. It's my definitely giving
black. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I was like, oh, he got a nice body. But yeah, I laughed when you know what? It's kind of crazy because okay, I wasn't really here for Jacob because Jacob was saying nigga in his what is it?
Confessional intro.
His intro video. And you know how we feel about the non-blacks that say nigga. Mm-hmm. But I kind of like him so far. I feel like he's very like even tempered, if that makes sense. I don't know how old he is, but he gives like he's not trying to prove himself. But when people like cross the line, he's like relax. Like he's there to be like he's not like ready to pop off, if that makes sense. Well, he did say he should have punched he should have punched Vaughn. But like I feel like he's a little more reserved. And I like that. But he was like when Vaughn was like, oh, like y'all not from the hood, y'all not hood, I'm hood. Vaughn was like, you're from the hood, you're from Kentucky. Like, and I don't know why that sent me. It was the way he said it, like, you're from the hood, you're from Kentucky. And I'm sure Kentucky has hoods, but it was just funny for him to be like, you're from Kentucky. Like, what?
Kentucky.
But and I also feel like it was kind of given like you're not from here, so I don't know why you're trying to pop shit. Like you're in a completely different state trying to pop shit. Like, relax. But I said, what did Vaughn expect? Like, you thought hood niggas was gonna be in the Bad Boys Club? Like, the fuck? No. Like,
oh my god. Yeah, Vonnie should have went to South Central Playboys if he wanted hood niggas.
I mean, are the hood niggas even there? I feel like hood niggas are not. Hood niggas don't even know this shit exists. Like they like, I don't. What?
Okay,
like
I can see that.
Play like what is that? Like I feel like they like no, like they don't know what this shit is. They too busy on the block, spinning the block, baby.
Of course, your right ass no. Of course, your right no.
I do my research. Shout out to Vaughn for being here. I think this is him, but Vonnie BTV said, I think that was a mistake because I'm 23. Oh, okay. Cool. Maybe he was just trying to be shady. I feel like that's kind of what it was. Do you notice how like when people don't like, I guess this is when people come in doing the most, because he did the same thing with Diego, Alex. Like I feel like he kind of harped on like the whole, I don't know, I feel like he kind of like made slick comments because everybody else was kind of like side-eyeing Vaughn too. He kind of did the same thing with Justice too. So I'm just like,
He also pushed Justice while Justice was in that rumble.
He did push Justice. That was real punk of him. Punk of him. Like People in the comments were saying it's giving follower. I'm kind of inclined to believe them, just from what I've seen so far. But I'm willing to give it some time. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so they kind of they're still in the hot tub. Vaughn talked about how they're not as good as he is. I said, you sure you want to do that? Because everybody got real offended, like, hold on. Like, especially D.
Mr.
But
Atlanta.
yeah, you said what?
Mr. Atlanta.
Yes, Mr. Atlanta. Like, they got into it. I said they sharing that blunt. Can I get my own blunt? No shade. But can I get my own blunt? Can I get my own blunt? I'll just bring a bowl, baby. Just a personal little bowl. Cause and it's no shade, but I just want my own blunt. But,
I did notice that. I also want to ask Vaughn, like, Bonnie, what type of rolling papers did you use, baby? Because your blunt was going out. You had to light that bitch like 4 times. Like, you need.
You think it was windy?
I hope it wasn't windy and in a jacuzzi. Bitch, no. Yeah. I really hope not. I mean, it could have been, but
yeah,
baby, you need that slow burn.
Right.
He has like that bitch like every 5 minutes. You said separate blunts though.
Separate blunt. I mean, no shade. I just want my own blunt. I don't know y'all like that. Can I get a fresh glass? I don't know you. Like no Mickey's. Like shout out to New York. Like I'm just saying. But yeah, I said D has really nice skin. This is a random note, but yeah, D has really nice skin. He's glowing in the confessional. What?
I'm sorry.
Are you still okay?
Yeah, I'm laughing at the comments.
But yes, but yeah. I also just made another note. Like, why did so D gets offended. Everybody's pretty much offended, but like D is like even more offended than everybody else, and so he takes the opportunity to stand up in these damn compression shorts. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, not you towering over this man, me all in his face, just giving dominance. I said, I would have been like, I can't listen to nothing you saying because your dick is in my face. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, I'm just like, this
God.
is a lot.
We should have gave a disclaimer at the beginning of this damn live. Listen to this with headphones, people.
I'm sorry.
All our reviews lives with headphones.
Yes, because you just never know when we.
But I did
take a turn. But
he was offended and slightly aroused. So I said, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I was like,
oh. "What's going on? You want to hit me or you want to hit me?"
Not Bite's finger. A reoccurring theme of the episode. Biting that damn finger. I said. That shit was sending me. I'm like, why does he keep biting his fucking finger like that?
Shit
like, oh my God. Especially when he was talking to Jacob, that shit was sending me. Because Jacob was so
kind of irritated Jacob because Jacob was like, biting your finger or what? Like, what?
Like, Jacob was so serious and Vaughn was so like,
oh my God, Bonnie, I was so funny, dog.
Like,
that made me so weak.
So over it. But yes, that shit was sending me. But but yeah, I think I said this earlier, but I just wonder why, like, and Vaughn, since you're here, like maybe you can give us some more context, but why do you make up with Vaughn but not Justice? I feel like shit escalated really quickly with Justice, but with Vaughn it was just like, oh, you're fine, you're not. I mean, maybe because Vaughn was drunk. I don't know if Justice was drunk when they fought. I feel like he was sober, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But let us know if you have some insight on what happened. But Denise Luck says somebody timestamped Darian was checking D out when he stood up. He liked what he saw. Child. I mean, I'm sure he know what it was given because he sat on his lap to calm him down when he was fighting Justice. So I'm sure he knows exactly what is given. I said, okay. They water was not the water was brown.
It is.
A Punk with a O or a A. No, Punk with a O. Punk. Ponk.
Punk.
Yes.
But he don't know Punk.
I'm sure they was. I'm sure they was all looking at his print when he stood up. I know I would have been like, "What's going on?" Like, he said, "Girl, they had us out here smoking Swishers." The first night I went in, I said, "Ooh."
Oh.
I used to be a Swisher girl, but now I'm a bowl girl. I don't even fuck with the rolling paper no more. But you know, hey,
game all day.
Games, okay,
all day.
Game blouses. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to go there, but but yes, but yeah, I was just curious why DM Von made up, but he couldn't with Justice. And then I said, not Von. So they kind of like get out of the hot tub. They're kind of winding down, except Von. Von still got that big ass bottle. I don't know what that liquor was. Was it vodka?
Tequila.
Rum, tequila. It was tequila. Okay. That big ass Costco Save a Lot, or not Save a Lot. That Costco, what's that other place called? It's
Aldi.
No, it's what is that other place called? It's like Costco, but you buy shit in bulk.
Is it Sam's Club?
Sam's Club. That big ass Sam's Club Costco bottle size of tequila, walking around trying to get people to stay up. Everybody else is kind of winding down. And he just, running around talking his shit. I said, not him calling D a black bitch after they made up. I said, damn. What the hell? Call him a black bitch. I said, and I hope YouTube don't take this damn live down because I just said this. But I was like, my goodness.
I called him black. And it's not funny, but it was just the way it wrote off his tongue. Like, damn, it's like, first of all, that's colorist.
Right.
Damn, y'all like, made up. Vonnie was tripping. Like,
he was on one. I was like that's problematic. Damn. But okay, like,
my goodness.
Damn. Wait, BJ's. What about BJ's?
What? It's the BJ's Wholesale Day, man. BJ's Wholesale, whatever that store's called.
I was like, what did she say about a BJ? Like, I'm sorry, because I'm waiting for this shit to turn into demon time. I'm waiting for the hot boys, the bad boys to turn into hot boys. I'm sorry, but hey Jaleel, thank you for being here. Yes, appreciate you.
Myself together.
But he said I can't help it. My goodness, was it the tequila? That's what I want to know. Was it the tequila that had you calling him a black bitch, or what?
You just start repeating that goddamn phrase.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why I keep repeating this. But yes, he was turning up. He was kind of getting on Jacob's nerves. But to me, it was kind of funny because I just feel like Von was just like keying, and I feel like Jacob, it was the fact that Jacob was entertaining him. I'm like, if you don't take your ass to sleep, like, I don't know why you entertaining this man.
Right? Let's just go to sleep. Let's just get in bed. He would deactivate.
It's not like y'all roommates. Like,
oh my god.
I don't know. But yeah, he was annoyed.
I kind of feel like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I feel like Jacob kind of feels like he has to be like maybe like a big brother or like the peacemaker. Maybe that's why he kept going back and forth with Von. But after being there like the whole day, I'm tired. Like, yeah, bitch, I just want to go to sleep. Tired.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah. But shit, what they ain't got to work in the morning, so shit, you as well stay up. The fuck,
True.
like you ain't got
True.
nowhere to be, so I would have stayed up. Like,
Shout out to Jaleel for being here. Yes, thank you, Jaleel, for being here. I'm late as hell. Jaleel, Gemini Films, Vonnie, let us know what y'all or what the boys ate for breakfast the following morning after they went to Mr. Mister, did all that damn drinking and smoking in that hot tub. Like,
smoking. Hopefully,
what was
y'all
for
had
breakfast? Who
some
cooked
hot water intake.
breakfast? Look at you.
Because I mean, you do need to replace your fluids. I'm just saying, not those fluids.
You do need to replenish your fluids because you in that Texas heat, or you in that Texas heat. You definitely don't want to
electrolytes, baby.
Fall the fuck out. Definitely don't want that.
But yes, I said I need Jacob to shave. Like, I needed Justice to wipe that white stuff out of the corners of his mouth. Just be honest, like, but Jaleel said, no shade, we was eating breakfast. Okay, thank God, because I know the way some of them have drank already, you need some carbs, some vegetables, some electrolytes, some vitamins,
protein, all of that,
some grains. Like
the whole goddamn food tree or whatever that
food
shit
pyramid.
Called.
Yep.
Yes, that's what it is.
The whole thing. But yeah, so they end up winding down. They don't get into a fight, thankfully. But I said I'm not arguing with a drunk person unless I'm also drunk. If I'm drunk and you're drunk and we're arguing, okay. But I'm not about to argue with you if I'm less drunk than you or if I'm sober. Like, if that's the case, I'm gonna just play with you. Like, I'm gonna just make jokes and like patronize you. Cause what else am I going to do?
Don't come too close to me, because I will accidentally push your ass down a flight of stairs. Not you particularly or specifically. That's just in general.
Not you handicapping somebody.
And I'm sober, you will accidentally go down a flight of damn stairs. I will show the fuck out of your ass.
Well, hopefully you don't push them like Alex pushed Justice. Hopefully you don't take the opportunity when they fight somebody else to push them.
No, okay, not that. No,
that's good.
Now, if you bump into me doing an altercation, you know what? I was gonna say deep cut. Remember when we went out there one night and that bro was leaning on me like I was like damn wall column? You get pushed down a flight of stairs if you on that type of tip. Now, if you get pushed into me during a fight, I'm not gonna push you back. I should be nowhere near.
You already going through.
So you know, my bad. I'm derailing.
Vonnie BTV said, we had a cook there and she threw that. Really? Y'all had a cook?
Shout out to that.
That's real interesting. Okay. Come on, Cater. It should have been Devon from Chasing Atlanta.
That would have been interesting. Or
that would have been interesting.
Or Will.
Ooh, that energy would have been real tumultuous. That would have been a real.
Listen, Willow would have been there on a mother tip.
That would have turned into Jocelyn's Cabaret. Willa's Cabaret for sure.
It is. But yeah, I would have been here for Devon. So like the caterer, was she there just for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or no, I ain't trying to get all nosy. You say caterer, you say food. I just want to know what y'all was eating. When was the food served? Like
for sure.
You know.
I want to see Damon argue. I don't even really be arguing like that. I just be patronizing and making jokes. Like, I don't know. Because I feel like 9 times out of 10, you be arguing about stupid shit. So it's just like, okay. You got it. It's all you. Like, like I don't know. Oh, Pickens Plays. Thank you for being here. I love Health Advocate Damon, daily servings of fibers. Yes, thank you. Let me be a do I want to be on set? Let me be a set supervisor, making sure everybody is healthy. Got they make sure you got the the Neosporin and the what is it called? The not alcohol. The what do you put on cuts?
I put alcohol.
I don't know why.
Peroxide.
The peroxide and all of that, and making sure the girls are eating, you know,
and sleeping, taking their vegetables.
Yes. Yes, mothering them, if you will. Wait till y'all see who the cookie is. Ooh. and it's a woman. That's real interesting. Is it Tiffany Woods? Like, is it Tiff Woods, baby? Shout out to last season. Like, Tiff Woods voguing in the South. Is that who it is?
I'm gonna need you to shut your damn mouth.
Oh my god!
Not Tiffany Woods cooking,
right?
I want to eat a meal from Tiffany Woods, and she's voguing in that damn corset and that skirt and them boots.
And my goodness,
only
a whole mess. I can't. But yeah, thank you for that little tidbit. Yes, you know I live for the girl Tiff Woods. She needs to make a comeback. I don't really care for Tyvon like that, but Tiff Woods, yeah, I was here for it.
Yes, we stand Tiff Woods.
What she say? She said something about get money on Facebook, or
she's a Facebook girl.
Facebook. I was like, okay, you handle your business on Facebook. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, shout out to Tiff Woods. But yeah, that kind of brings us towards the end of the review. Oh, I will say another thing that I peeped, and I'm sure other people peeped as well. So they show like the little night cam of them sleeping, and we see two people in bed together. Mm-hmm. I said, all booed up.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's real interesting. If y'all don't know, Jacob and Alex in the bed together. I said, and you know that they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, that's
I think they're pussy sisters. And I think they pussy sisters. No, I think they're sharing a black man also. I think you said is giving Alex is giving.
Why I gotta be sharing a black man?
Baby, it's given that they might be sharing a black man. Between Jacob saying nigga and Alex forcefully pushing Justice, who is a black man, it's some black people messed up in there somewhere. So
Alex in there, bang, baby. That's definitely giving. They share the top.
Sisters. Mm-hmm. Tara and Amina.
Oh man.
And
where this is going.
I want to see how this. Yep, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see how this plays out.
Because they link it. I mean, it's interesting because we haven't seen them interact since the very beginning, like when they first came in. So like we haven't seen them flirt. We've seen Darian and Dee like kind of give their little flirting, back and forth. So I'm curious to see where this is going.
And it's crazy because Jacob was like, we should play it cool, like we don't know each other. But
I do remember him saying that. So that even adds more like context. Like, did they mess around? Do they know each other biblically or what? Because now I'm wondering.
Philosophically.
Let's act like we don't know each other intimately.
Sexually. Or whatever Devon man told him. He tried to come on to you sexually. That's the show, my bad.
My goodness. Hey, Spicy Original. Thank you for being
here. Spicy Original.
Your phase. Yes. Let us know what you thought of the episode. If you're just popping in, but you're in for a crazy ride. Yeah, I seen the trailer. I'm buckling up. I got my tequila. I'm like, I know I'm
also see that two replacements getting to it, and it's giving Will Marie and Jen from BGC6.
Ooh, okay. I liked Will Marie. Some of the replacements were more interesting than the actual
True, because Jamie and Jazz were way more interesting than the originals on BGC 15. Camila was the original than the whole cast of season 8.
Yes, true. She should have been an original, but
yes.
Like so many unexpected surprises. Ooh, okay. Does anybody break a flat screen like last season? That's what I want to know. Like, I want to come up and do a quick. Okay, let me drop the. Let me drop it. An impromptu Q&A. I'm here for it. Yes, shout out to the 11 people here. Make sure you leave a like.
Subscribe. Also, if you're subscribed already, make sure that you hit the bell button so that you stay updated for when we go live or when we post a new video. I know some people were saying that they don't get the notification when we go live.
Right.
YouTube just makes some goofy shit. So just please hit just hit the bell button so that you stay notified or you stay in the know. Yes.
Liz, gotta stay in the know.
Told you.
So let's speculate on what. Oh, here he go. Let me add. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Hi.
Hey. Wow, this is so
thank you.
crazy. It's so crazy we finally got you on the show.
I know we need to do a proper one too, where I actually like come on for real. I'm taking a walk right now, so that's the reason why I have my camera off because I look kind of crazy. So
what city are you in? Because I know you be jet setting.
I'm home in Boston right now.
Okay, cute.
Yes. First of all, thank you again for joining us. CEO, creator, fucking Gemini Karan Wilson is in the motherfucking building, ladies and gentlemen.
In the building.
The original, the originator, Bad Boys Club. You are 8 seasons in on this show.
Yes.
What were your expectations of this show like going into season 1?
Season 1, I was like, this is something that me and my friends like made a joke about doing, and then I actually did it, and it blew up, and I was like, oh, like this actually might be something I could really tap into. So I really started to take it more seriously, and then once it started doing good, I was like, okay, I got to do another season, and then it kind of kept going from there. And then after, when did I stop doing it? I stopped doing it Atlanta. And then that's when I was like, okay, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm done. That's when I started doing the come up and everything else. Because I was like,
Was it hard getting people to commit to like filming? Because I feel like certain people would be like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But then they're like, never mind. Or they have other stuff to do.
Yeah, at the beginning, when it was like all coming together, it was very hard because it's like, trying to tell, like, we were all teenagers. So it was like trying to tell a bunch of teenagers. And I'm the youngest one trying to get everyone together for filming. And it's like, oh, I can't, my mom won't let me go. Or like, oh, I'm going to be busy this weekend. So we usually filmed every weekend when we did Bad Boys Club. So it was very hard to like keep it going with like everyone trying to be there. So it looks like we're filming every single day. But that's not how it was at the beginning. So it was hard. It was.
Cool. Okay, so for this season, they have a house now, which I mean, shout out to that. Like, I love like seeing like even with the come up, like every season you see like I want to say like an improvement, but you see like a change. Like you see like you're like So like, how did you go about like getting like a house or like a space for them for Texas?
I said to myself, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do it, I have to really do it because season 7 did so good, and I didn't like the fact that we were in like a small space and we really didn't get to like have the experience. And I was like, you know what? If I'm really gonna do this, and I really want people to take me more seriously when it comes to my production, I have to like really get an actual house, like Bad Girl style, with like the hot tub, the swing, the backyard. Everyone has their own bed. We have cameras in there. So I said all of it, but then I was like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this. But then, it took months and months and months. And then finally I was able to like start buying stuff slowly. And this was the first time that we actually all lived together for real and was filming every single day. And the schedule was gruesome for the camera crew because we were filming 24/7. So you can only imagine how tiring that is for the production. But we knew that like this was going to be great if we really committed to it. And so we did. And I'm happy about it. I mean, I think a lot more people are interested, like a lot more popular influencers are interested because now they see like, oh, bitch, okay, you actually get in the house. Okay, like I don't got to share a bed with like 4 other people. Okay, cool. Like,
interesting. So some speculation for season 9. Okay.
You might see some really popular people on season 9 and maybe even season 10 if things go great.
Okay, so for season 9, are you still moving forward with the I think the best friend season?
Yeah, we are. We have so many best friends that applied. And I think that it's a great idea. Like, I wanted to start doing concepts. So I was like, you know what? From now on, I want to kind of start doing different things with Bad Boys Club. I don't want it just to be the same formula. I want there to be something new and exciting. So I want people to be excited every time we do another season. So
Right.
yeah, we're doing season 9 besties. I am a little nervous just because, dealing with seven strangers is a lot. Imagine dealing with the best friend of a person who's picked and how that whole
Right.
debacle can
Right.
happen.
Being
It's
real protective.
yeah, it just sounds like a recipe for disaster. But in order to get bigger, you have to go bigger. So it's like whatever.
So
True.
I have one more question for you, Karan. Do you have a season that kind of was like your favorite to film? And do you have a season that was, or which season for you was like the most challenging for you to film?
Ooh. Okay. And this is not like I'm not being biased or anything, but I think my favorite season of film was probably this one, only because normally when I film Bad Boys Club, I normally have a mental breakdown in the middle of filming somewhere. Like I end up crying and being so overwhelmed or just feeling so like, it's a lot of energy. So you're there 24/7 filming with these people who have, it's a lot. It's just a lot to deal with. So this time around, I didn't have no breakdown. I was actually able to get through the whole thing. I had headaches, but like this season was so easy to film because everyone was so they were so respectful of me in production, and they understood like no one fought against production. There was no like, you know what I mean? Like there was no BS. Like everyone understood the assignment. They knew what they were getting themselves into. They were very respectful. If we asked someone to leave the house, they were very respectful and be like, okay, let me pack my stuff and go. You know what I'm saying? So it was very much like it wasn't any BS. And so far, the show's airing. There hasn't been, if you notice, there hasn't been uh, any cast members coming out saying anything about production because this time we made it very clear how the show works, and we were very like open and honest about everything. So I think everyone understood.
Good.
The worst season to film was probably um, uh, honestly, it was probably Atlanta because Atlanta came with so much turmoil. It had like behind the scenes there was so much BS that happened. I hated filming that season. Like I hated it so much because it honestly was just so annoying to film because of everything that was going on behind the scenes with like people and what was going on. But I think the cast is great and I think the show came out great, but I just hated the process of filming that
Hey
one.
Trey. I mean, I could imagine Atlanta being kind of like, I don't know, because just the city itself is just like,
A lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. So I have a question. Yeah. I had a question about just like, okay, so like of course like you're the original, like you took like because I feel like even like watching Bad Girls Club, like I would hear people say like, oh, they should do a Bad Boys Club, and then like Natalie for like a while was saying like, oh, she would do Bad Boys Club, but then it like didn't kick off until now. So like, how do
Yeah.
you feel with like Zeus Network and even like some other like platforms are like trying to make their own Bad Boys Club? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like kind of like all these bitches is my sons, like like I'm very happy that like like they were influenced by me, or are you like this was my
idea? Well, yes, these bitches are my sons, but no, I'm kidding.
Yes.
No, I used to take it very personal, and it used to bother me a lot. But at the end of the day, I had to realize that, like, in a way, Zeus doing their thing with their bad boys not only helped me, but it just kind of helped the whole like bad boy name get a lot bigger. So it's like I could be upset about it, but also I'm benefiting from the whole situation, and a lot of the people at Zeus fuck with me, and they said many times that they want to work with me and that they they were watching my stuff. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, do I kind of think that like it's annoying and everything else? Yes, because it's like, yeah, I was the one who did it first. Like, you can't take that away. Like, it goes back to when I was like 15 and I started doing this. But it is what it is. I mean, I think everything that happens will happen the way it's supposed to happen.
They tried to clone my image. Yes, Nikki. Okay. Jillian, are you a barb? I didn't even know that. How did I not know that?
Well, you know that the last life he put the unicorns in the chat.
Oh, he did. Yes, the unicorns.
Well, that's Karan, I did want to ask, like, with your schedule being so hectic and like busy, and you dealing with like a lot of different personalities, like, what are some of the methods that you use to like decompress and just kind of like relieve stress?
I'm sorry, say that again. Somebody was calling me and the audio went out.
Oh, like with your schedule being like really hectic and like really busy, like, and you having to deal with like multiple like different personalities, like what are some methods that you use to like decompress and like relieve stress?
There's this music I listen to now that really helps calm me down. It's by this artist named Cannons. It's a group, like a band. And they make music that is so relaxing and like it makes you feel like you're high or like euphoric. So I listen to that all the time. And then I also make sure that like I don't put my feelings or emotions into filming anymore, like how I used to. Like my emotions used to take over and it used to be a lot more like personal to me when really it's business. So now I just look at it as business. Like instead of being so like in my feelings and trying to like please everyone, I just tell everybody what it is from the jump. And if they don't like it, I give them the opportunity to like exit and don't be a part of this. And if they still want to do it, then they know what they're getting themselves into. So now it's like, I don't need to answer 50,000 calls with everyone feeling like a certain type of way, because I already explained everything. So I think now I'm just a lot more forward. And then I just make sure I don't even connect to being in that space anymore. Like once I'm done filming, I go and do things that make me happy and that will make me like feel good. And then when it's time to get back to filming, I'll hop back into that. Like I don't take it with me anymore.
I think that's good. And then especially like as you get more and more into this and like the more and more years and experience you like get from it, I feel like you learn how to navigate that. So that's really good to hear that.
Thank you. I love watching you guys. Like, I mean, you guys already know this, but I love watching you guys reviews because they're just so like they're so detailed. And like I said before, there's a lot of people who review the show, but you guys stand out because you guys notice little details that a lot of people don't pick up on, and y'all will call it out and y'all will talk about it. And I'd be thinking to myself like, damn, they caught that. Okay, they seen that. You know what I mean? And of course, the commentary is hilarious. And I love when you guys go, my goodness.
Yeah. I feel like I don't even, it's like a vocal thing now. Like I don't even realize I'm saying it, but I'm like, damn, I watch it back. I'm like,
natural. But you know, it's crazy. Damon actually got me into like your platform. 2018, he was like, you gotta watch this show. It's like so crazy. The Come Up season 1, New York, baby.
Yes.
Iconic. I have to give you your flowers, Karan. Like that show, and then to watch it kind of evolve from like season 1 to like it becoming like more, you know, kind of career oriented. Like I just have to give you your 10s. Like season 1 of New York, The Come Up, baby. Nova, Ken,
we still be quoting that shit.
Yes, rest in peace to my girl Isis, my sister Isis.
Yes, rest in peace. Yes.
Season 1 of The Come Up New York was like lit every fucking day. Every fucking thing.
Yeah, it was definitely something because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Honestly, I was just trying to like make my own gay love and hip hop in a way, and I was like, you know, because I already did the Bad Boys Club. You know, we did the boys version of Bad Boys Club. So I'm like, why don't we have a gay version of Love and Hip Hop meets Housewives? But you know, of course, the first season is always going to be like trial and error. It's like, what the hell are we even doing? And then I did it more. And then now you see all these web shows doing the same thing. So now I got to do something new. So
come on, innovators.
So I can start another trend. Every single web show now is the formula and same kind of thing now. It's like
Right.
a bunch of gays in one city. They all have careers. They all get together. They fight. They argue, and then they have events. It's kind of like, all right, I could only do that for so. That's the reason why, honestly, I haven't been putting out the come up as much anymore, just because I'm kind of getting tired of it. I feel like it's the same thing. Like it's kind of. I feel like how I did with Bad Boys Club. Like I kind of felt like, okay, I'm doing the same thing. Now what? And then I did the come up. And I did the come up so much that I'm like, okay, now what? Like, what's something new I can do? So I've been writing and working on new shows, like completely different than anything that I've done. And hopefully those go good. I mean, Life's a Drag, of course, that's out. But, I'm talking about like other stuff too.
Would you ever step back into scripted? I know you did The Shadows. Would you ever do something like that again?
I really actually want to do a lot more scripted stuff. It's just with scripted, it's so technical and it takes so long that it's like you really got to commit to that show and see it all the way through. But I do because Shadows was really successful. Like the views for Shadows did really good. So I really do want to do more scripted stuff. I just have to really like sit down and write more scripts, which again, writing a script and shooting a scripted show isn't going to make you money really unless it gets picked up. So it's kind of like doing it just to do it.
But you never know. Like some stuff, like I know, like with Issa Rae, like I used to watch her Awkward Black Girl like YouTube web series, and now look where she is. So yeah, you really never know where it goes.
I know. I really should start writing more because hopefully a network could be like, hey, we want to pick this up. This is good.
Right. Because I feel like they're already like probably looking at you for sure. Because like even with like no shade, of course, to like other platforms, but I feel like watching like Bad Boys LA versus watching like Bad Boys Club, I feel like the structure and like the like storytelling is a little more, because like with Zeus, Zeus, they just put people in a house and then like they don't like structure it, they just kind of like let it happen. Whereas I feel like you can tell that you're kind of like storytelling and like kind of producing. So
I mean, which is very important because I used to just put people in the house and be like, all right, let's see whatever happens. Like I never even got into the backgrounds of people at all. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. But storytelling is so important, I think, and that's the reason why a lot of people love the one that we make, because we actually tell stories. And again, this is like this season, what you guys are seeing right now is nothing compared to what's about to come, which is crazy because it's like we produced this season so good, and there's so many stories that are about to be told. We had a life coach come in, we did group activities, we did team building, we did challenges as a group. Like we did so many things where we had the boys actually work together, open up, and actually work as a team to do obstacles and all that kind of stuff. So and this is the first time that we've done that, because we really didn't do that at all with any other season. So I think that people are going to appreciate that it's not just them sitting in the house and drinking all day. Like they actually are about to do a whole bunch of shit.
Yes. Okay. I'm here for that. No, now I'm like, I mean, I was excited before, but like I'm like really excited to see like where this goes.
Kind of sounds like the earlier season of like Bad Girls Club when they put them in the house and they used to have to do like activities and like work
I wanted to bring it back to that. I'm like, reality TV is just putting people in the house now and they don't do anything but drink and fight. I'm like, we need to actually have stuff done. Like we need to actually show team building and stuff like that. So, I'm always going to try to bring back the old school feeling of, when people fell in love with reality TV to begin with.
Yes, I'm here for that. But yes, I thank you so much for like coming on our platform. We definitely got to do something more formal in the future.
Yes.
But thank you for joining our review. We'll probably, of course, see you again for another review.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. Wait, where do you guys live?
So we're both from Detroit, but I live in Chicago now. I've been here for like 3 years.
And I'm still in Detroit. Okay, Detroit and Chicago. All right. Yeah, definitely. When it's time, I'll come back on. Probably like after halfway through the season or something like that, and we could do like a actual interview where it's like no questions off limits kind of thing and make it juicy.
Ooh, no questions off limits. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do like a.
That's gonna be real interesting.
I feel like that'll be fun.
That is gonna be
I'm down to do it.
Oh,
why not?
Okay.
Fine. Yes, that's gonna be lit. And Jaleel, if you're still here, Jaleel, you might as well come on board too.
Right.
Come on in, baby.
Amen.
Okay. And let's just do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much. Come on, man. I'm gonna keep watching and supporting. And yeah, I'm gonna go back in the comments and listen, okay?
All right. Thank you again, Karan. You have a good night.
Bye.
The
Well,
original,
that was a nice little surprise. I did say somebody was gonna come on for this episode, so it's so funny that it ended up being Karan. That's so nice. But yeah, I love Karan. I feel like Karan has such good energy. I mean, like
he does.
Even like producing this show and like working with like Bad Boys, you would think the person is like very like I don't know, high strung or you know, I don't know. But yeah, he just seems so laid back and chill.
That's
and
very down to earth. Easy to talk to. Like I just love his work ethic, his drive. Like just putting
to be so young, and be producing those things is like
so big shout out to Karan and like his production team.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that like mid-season interview, baby.
Yes, for sure. But yes, this has been our review for Bad Boys Club episode 2 of season 8. The episode was called I Got My Lick Back. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, definitely like the live if you laughed and enjoyed us two fools talk about this this episode. And yes, you will see us here again next week on probably Monday, because I just couldn't do it this Monday, but probably Monday to review the next episode, episode 3, and then also catch us for on Friday for our Chasing Dallas reviews.
Chasing Dallas.
So yeah, we out here. We trying to be consistent. Trying to
2 shows at one, baby.
Yes,
2 shows at one damn time. At the same damn time. Shout out to that.
A 2-on-1, not at the same time. Don't do that. Not at the same time now.
Taking us back to what our 2021 era, 2020 era.
Yes.
Trying to juggle like 3 goddamn shows.
Yes. He said, do we have personal IGs? Yes, our personal IGs. If you follow us on our like Key and Carrie Instagram at Key and Carrie, our personals are in the bios. So
yes, thank you, co-host.
I'm not really on there like that, but I'll definitely follow you back, of course. But before we go, I guess I can highlight a couple comments, a couple lasting thoughts. Trey Carter said, I'm late, but I did watch both episodes and enjoyed them. This will be an interesting season. I think it will be. I think the people, just from like who was cast, you can tell it's going to be interesting. And that's crazy because like with Bad Girls Club, that's kind of how I felt. Like just by the cast, like watching the first couple episodes, you're like, okay, this is going to be a good season. And it usually ended up being good. So yeah, I'm here for that. But yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, just be on the lookout for us. Be on the lookout when I come through below. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with the Nicki references. I'm not a barb. Love Nicki's music. But yes. This has been Key and Carrie, where we key
and we carry.
I've been Damon.
I'm Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.